People want that,
Yeah.
and they want us. The American dream. They want it for their kids. They want safety. They want security. They want a safer, environment. And I think to a certain degree with this immigration thing, I think people get where Trump is coming from. For whatever reason, there's folks that just seem to think that Donald Trump's got it in for all Muslims.
Well, I mean, basically, what is happening is many of his opponents or many of his advocates are characterizing his position wrong. And in many ways, he's not expressing it, I think, wrong. He's not expressing it correctly. My advice to him was go back and take a look at the Barbara Jordan Commission that was done during the Reagan administration, where she talked about a balanced approach to immigration. We would take immigration, but we're looking for people that can enhance the nation, that will embrace our values, and done at a level where we can absorb the increase that comes in. Now, he is hitting heavily in that way. It is his. I think it was unfortunate that he focused on Muslims. There are a lot of other people we don't want on here. On the other hand, there are a lot of people we do want on here, many of whom are Muslims.
That's right.
So, but it's a good discussion that we've got underway.
Well, you got seven countries that are. Yeah, if you got seven countries that are Muslim, dominated, it's really difficult not to believe that it's a Muslim ban where, there's the likelihood of terrorists embedding themselves in with refugees, and the vetting issue, I think, was the biggest part. And I think if he would have concentrated, and as you just described, to just isolating it to vetting and just saying whoever's coming into this country, we need to do a better job from everywhere. That would have gone over a lot better. Yeah.
Yeah. It's St. Patrick's Day is basically saying, hey, we're not going to take Irish terrorists in. Come on. And just say, we don't care if they're Irish or Muslim or Catholic or Jews
so true.
Or Protestants, et cetera. We just want people.
Well, I have said this, and, we do know that there's a lot of enemies of America. There always has been. Like Paul Harvey said, we stayed out of the Middle East. His comment was about the Middle East. It's all quicksand. That we should have.
Absolutely.
We should have just got out. We should have got out, and now we're still there and still fighting. And a lot of these people would love to come over here, and they're over in Paris now, and. You got to look at, how other countries are dealing with it. And I guess, being on offense is not a bad strategy. It's just we have a lot of folks over here and a big melting pot. I guess we really do have to be sensitive to all the folks that live here.
Yeah, absolutely. This thing's going to work out fine. It's just the sort of the yin and yang of American politics and the court systems, et cetera. You're going to have Trump's going to be angry, and a bunch of his supporters are going to be angry, and many of his opponents. But we'll get to the middle on something sensible before it's over.
What do you foresee being one of the hiccups that's going to encounter over the summer in Washington? What's going to be some trouble points?
The budget, the whole budget. The budget is going to be the thing. Is cutting the social programs, cutting. Food to the elderly, food stamps, aid to children, cutting the education budget. All those things will be fought out.
It's billions of dollars. It's an unbelievable amount of money that we do fork out.
Oh, it is. And basically, in my view, we need to really think about the commitments that we're making around the world. I think Trump's absolutely right. We should demand the Europeans pay the share of their GDP, gross domestic product, that they said they would. And the same for Japan and other countries around the world.
Cut the fat.
If we would do that, we could cut 100 or 200 billion off of our defense budget. he is absolutely right on that one. I strongly agree with him on that one.
Well, we got to stop the bleeding.
I agree with him. Yeah, that's right.
Any good CFO would do that, right? I mean, you know that as an economist.
Absolutely.
It's common sense.
Absolutely.
It's common sense.
Absolutely. And the next thing that they should be doing is getting on with these trade deals. We should basically just say to the Chinese and Mexico and other places, we're going to cut that trade deficit to zero in some period of time, 4 years or 5 years. And that's just the way it's going to be. And we do the same thing with these companies like Amazon, et cetera. It's fundamentally say buy American. Now, I think the president and his family, which are buying large amounts of stuff offshore, they should set an example and make their products in America with American workers as well.
Absolutely. It's got to be fair all the way around. Fair deals. If he says fair, fair means fair for all. Dr. Pat Choate, Saving Capitalism, Hot Property, Agents of Influence, Dangerous Business, The Risk of Globalization for America, and so many more books on Amazon.com. Pick up the latest from Dr. Pat Choate, and it's great reading, very intelligent conversation. Dr. Choate, thanks so much for coming on today.
Great being with you, Keith. Thanks for having me.
Thank you, Pat. Ladies and gentlemen, For the People is listener-supported 100%. Your donations make a big difference getting the word out each and every day. ForThePeopleShow.com. Keith Allen, all the best. May God bless.